when you climb like that, you have to trust each other, and you have to be there for each other and really like be focused to be in the situation.
Hello and welcome to Kendal Mountain Festival. My name is Steve Scott. I'm one of the directors of the festival, and I'm absolutely honoured and delighted to welcome one of our special guests, if not the special guest of the festival this year, Kristin Harila from Norway, and welcome to the festival. I believe you were here last year as well, although not officially, but you came here last year. So welcome back, Kristin.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
that's right. I was here.
Yeah. So obviously, you're doing a long talk at the festival, and I thought this would be a lovely opportunity for us to talk a little bit about maybe the childhood and your influences in a sort of mountain environment. So I believe you're from the north of Norway. Is it Vadsø?
It's Vadsø,
in Finnmark?
Yeah, that's right.
What was life like as a young Kristin?
Yeah, it was flat, totally flat. We have no mountains there. But I was doing skiing and handball and football and all kind of sports. And I love to be outside, and we have a lot of weather. So I get used to bad weather, at least, even we don't have mountains.
So as a child, you were presumably on cross-country skis from when you were born, pretty much?
Yeah, that's right.
And so how did that work? Did you get into competition or just go on touring with your parents? Or?
Yeah, both, actually. We were like always outside, spending so much time. And even it was really bad weather, we were outside playing, and always with skis on. Then after I was a little bit older, I started to compete in cross-country skiing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And did you get to national level?
Yeah, I was at my best. I was 16, 17, and I was top 3 in Norway.
Wow.
And in Norway, that's pretty good because we are very good at skiing in Norway.
Yes, you are.
So if you are the best skier in Norway, you probably are the best skier in the world also.
Yeah.
So so I was okay when I was younger.
So I'm getting quite nerdy here.
Yeah.
Was it classic cross-country skiing or skating?
Actually, I liked both. So I had like one season cross-country, like classic I was best in, and then I was skating, and it was like mixed.
Yeah.
And actually my best result is from these races when we changed skis. Yeah.
So really, I guess that was really useful for you to build a good endurance engine from a young age. So,
yeah, for sure.
So the transition to sort of endurance sport, and obviously we're going to come on to mountaineering, was quite natural for you. Where did the mountains come into it then?
Yeah, so I quit skiing or professional in 2009, and after that I started to run more and more, and just because it was like an easy way of doing good training. And I started to do some races in the mountain, some longer ultra marathon and some sky racing in the mountain, and I just really liked that. And then in 2015 I won this trip to Kilimanjaro, and then it started.
Yeah, that was it. You got the bug. Yeah, obviously with and you're going to talk about that at the festival with the incredible 8,000 meter ascents, but there's so much more. The motivation to take that on, was that coming from within? Was it something that you'd always wanted to do?
Actually, I was like sure right away when I was thinking, okay. And it was after I did Everest and Lhotse in 21.
Yeah.
I saw that this sport and this industry and this world was very far from equal. And I was thinking like, okay, I knew what NIMS had done in 2019. I was thinking it's very easy to compare, to do something and show that we women are just as strong in the mountain as the men are.
Of course.
So that was my start to this project. And then we did this 12 in 2022 and didn't get the permit to the last 2 mountains. And
was that on Choyu?
Yeah, Choyu and Shishupangma. Because they are in China or in Tibet, and we knew it was going to be hard to get the permit to go there.
Yeah.
And so we started early to work on the permission to go, but there was still like a COVID restriction in China, and it wasn't open for business visa or travel visa. So we were working very hard to get it, and we didn't get it. Yeah, I decided right away when we got no to start all over again this year. And one thing is that I'm actually going to climb the 12 mountains again, plus the 2 missing. But another thing is that you are going to find money to do it twice.
Yeah, so how big a team have you got in Norway to help you fund the next challenge then?
Yeah, for the 2022 project, I sold my home and everything I had and left and did it. So I knew I didn't have any more money myself to sell it. But of course, we got some attention after this 2022 project, and it was like easier to get. But even not easy, but I was at least able to.
Yeah.
Even I'm still I'm still owning money. So, but it's more in life than money, and it's
exactly. And you've got this experience imprinted now.
Yeah.
Well, I think people will fund you, and I'm sure we're going to spread the word and support where we can. But obviously, we've got to talk about the sad loss of your partner, climbing partner.
Yeah.
Lama, was his friendly name?
Yeah.
Tenjin Sherpa?
Yeah.
So I know it's hit you hard, and I don't want to linger on that, but I know looking forwards, you've talked about trying to find the body, to repatriate the body.
Yeah.
And there's a GoFundMe page, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I think for all family involved, like Gina also, and
of course,
Lama's
Gina.
children, and the whole community, I think it's important to find them, and also to see if we can learn something after this accident. It's important to find them. So we have put up a GoFundMe page to try to get enough money to go there in the spring and search for them. And I hope also in that process that we either can use helicopter for the search, because we know it's easier and safer, and if not, that we can use drones.
I guess it's not a nice scenario to project or to think about, but there is a reality to it that a lot of people don't have a sort of closure to losing a loved one.
I think that's very important, and we see that in the Sherpa culture also, that it's really important for them to get the body back home.
Yes.
Yeah, we know it's very important for them, like to have the ceremony and to have this place to go to, and so I think it will be very good for them, and actually also for myself, and I know for Lama's two boys, they are 14 and 15, and I know also for them it's like maybe we have this little hope that this didn't happen, and that they went down to a village or something, that they came out of the avalanche or something. I think, of course, when I think about it, I know they are in the avalanche and they are gone, but I think like until we actually get them and find them, I think it would be hard for us to really believe that they are gone.
So maybe the creation of some sort of rescue team that has drone technology, that has a means to find and locate people using modern technology, surely it must be possible to improve the situation, I guess.
Yeah, and we are working on that now, because we know it's possible to use drones. Like in Norway, we have this research project going on, not just to locate bodies in the avalanche, but also to use it up front before we climb the mountain to see, check the snow. Is it a very high avalanche risk here or not? So it's a lot of things going on with the drones now to see if we can use them in the future. I think that as long as the mountain is there, people are going to climb them. So I think we need to find safer and more sustainable way of climbing them in the future.
Yeah, I was hugely impressed with the whole thing, not just the speed record, but obviously been following you for years, and I think what upset me is this sort of binary approach where people either are very against or very for, in a sense of it's quite difficult to articulate, because I find that people are very critical of us wanting to take on these challenges, yet they're not critical of Olympic athletes. They're not critical of people like us who do endurance races. You know, it's no different. We're, as human beings, my perspective, I don't know if you agree, is always to want to challenge ourselves. Why is a mountain a different challenge in that sense? And I found the media very cruel, and I've got to say, I feel like I need to defend you from that perspective, because
thank you.
Maybe it's because from the similar world of outdoors, and I'm sure a lot of outdoor people, I mean, I know there are critics, but
I'm like saying, like, let people climb.
Yes.
And there is no one in the world that is not taking any risk. We all take risk every day, and we all it's no one that's not producing any kind of climate changes. As long as we are alive and here on the earth, we will. So we need to just find better ways to do it. But I'm like, let people live and climb and do what they want as long as they doesn't hurt anyone else.
Exactly, and we all need to promote the connection to the outdoors. And if you love the outdoors and love what you're doing, then you're more likely to protect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's also very nice also with Lama now, because I know he was so proud of what we
Yes.
were able
Yeah.
to do together, and he also he loved what he was doing.
Yeah.
He really loved to climb the mountains.
I guess over the time that you were climbing these peaks, you must have had a very strong sort of unspoken understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So many of these mountains, it was just me and him. Many people did believe that we had a big supporting team with us and many, many Sherpas, but actually on 8 of this mountain, it was just me and him. When you climb like that, you have to trust each other and you have to be there for each other and really be focused to be in the situation.
Coming off these incredible adventures and expeditions, how do you relax? I mean, it must take such a long time to get back to normality, not just physiologically but mentally. What does Kristin Harila do to relax in Norway? Yeah, what's...
Yeah, actually, to be honest, since we came home, it's just been about this accident on K2 until Lama passed away, and then it was just about the accident on Shishapangma. So for me, it hasn't been any sort of normal life since I came home. Physically, I feel fine just after one night, and I think that's how we were able to do so many mountains in such a short time. So I only need one day rest and then I'm fine, but it's been more challenging actually to be home, sitting in interviews days and nights and defending how we tried to save a life on K2.
Yes, yeah.
And just before Lama passed away, I told, okay, now we are not doing any more interviews. We just stop and we need to focus on these new projects and how we can make the mountains safer. And we had some plans with Lama also to do different courses in the winter, and then we have this project for next year going on. So, and then the accident on K2 came, on Shishapangma came. So it hasn't been much normal life.
Normal life, yeah.
No, but normally, if I'm thinking normally or back, it's been such a long time since I had a normal life now, but I would do training and cooking and knitting and being with my family and
the best things.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I'm looking forward to Christmas now very soon. Yeah,
I loved Christmas in Norway.
Yeah,
It's just so special. Well, next time I'm in Norway, we'll come and see you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, it's
Thank
very
you so
nice.
much. Tusen hjertelig takk.
Tusen takk.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.